Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Marvel Snapcast podcast. I'm Ken, here with our host, Luke Muncher and Valentine. How you
Yo,
guys doing?
pretty
What's
good.
up?
Yourself?
I'm great. Great. New season. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh, man. About time. I wish we got some more cards, though. But the card,
Soon, TM.
yeah,
Soon,
soon,
yes.
soon. Okay. The card that is in the Battle Pass, ladies and gentlemen, is Black Panther. I'm so excited about that. How you guys feel about Black Panther so far?
Loving it. Good card. No matter what KM Best says, good card.
What is he saying about it?
He's not liking it.
Oh, yeah?
Not
I'm
liking it.
sure. I'm sure
I
he
get it
doesn't
though.
like
It's easily countered because it's just another on reveal,
Right?
and it is very easy to see the setup. It's maybe
Yes.
the number one thing that I've noticed today. That doesn't mean you can always counter it, but it's easy to see it coming.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, what do we think if we I mean, I played you today, Val, and
You destroyed me with it.
yeah, but it was in Dark Dimension? Dream Dimension. It was in no.
Dream Dimension.
Dream Dimension. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
in Dream Dimension. So what about if we had some type of we tried with Invisible Woman and just hope that Armin Zola hits Black
Honestly, that's not a bad idea, especially if you have Juan in there. You're
Right,
giving
exactly.
yourself like a
Yeah.
50. Like if you hit both Juan and Black Panther, big numbers.
Panther. Exactly.
If you just hit Black Panther, it's
big
still a
numbers.
big number. You know,
Yeah,
it's that actually is a great idea.
Yeah, so see, there you go, guys. Take that, hide your Black Panther, and then use
I'm looking
Wong
at my
and
deck
Armin
right
Zola.
now. I think I see a spot to slot her in.
There you go. I'll do the same thing later too as well. But
Well,
yeah,
see,
go ahead.
and
Luke.
that, just if I jump in real fast, so
Please.
I haven't got to play a whole lot today, but the deck that I've been playing it in is kind of fitted into a shell that I was playing with Electro. So like Electro and a lot of big cards with like Sandman and stuff, and I've actually been having a lot of success with that. Like I think I
Oh yeah,
played like
that's
6
nice.
games with it, and I won 5 of them. Just because limiting what they can play, really, your power and then the Odin into it, and with Doctor Doom stuff like that. I think that's definitely a strategy also.
Yeah.
And I've been having fun with that. It's just like obviously you can do the big combo things, and when a card first comes out, people are going to want to do the big combo things.
Of course.
But yeah, I think that it can also just be good as looking at it, not necessarily a 5/8, but if just one extra trigger and it being like 16 or something.
Yeah.
I think it'd be very good.
I agree. Have you seen?
Just got to watch out for those Shang-Chi's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of Shang-Chi out there. I feel like everybody's just running Black Panther and not slotting Shang-Chi into their own deck
Yeah.
in the process.
Yeah. And see, the other deck I've been playing is the Death Wave deck that I got from Ken
Arrow.
last month. And yeah, and well, not Arrow, but just it runs Shang-Chi in it.
You're running you're not running
No, no,
Barrow right now?
It has Arrow in it.
Okay.
The Arrow is useful to break up the combo
Okay.
also, but I'm
Right.
saying it just has Shang-Chi in it.
Gotcha.
And I've probably Shang-Chi'd more Black Panthers than I've played Black Panther.
Okay.
So,
That's interesting.
Fair.
But yeah, I think so. I think people are not walking with Shang-Chi's for Black Panther because when it happens on turn 5, if you don't have priority, they know what's coming next, right?
Right.
Zola.
sure.
Why should you even bother trying to Shang-Chi it when it's about to fill up the other lanes with double power?
Right.
So I totally see why people aren't working with Shang-Chi's, but definitely should
And then
work
it
with
avoids the Shang. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
card, honestly. Avoiding
yeah.
the Shang-Chi if you miss, and then you still have that second chance. If you miss the double trigger on a Black Panther, there's a really good chance you're not going into turn 6 with priority,
Right.
and
That's
then you
true.
do get to avoid that Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that makes
So-
sense. So yeah, so that's what's happening. That's what it looks like to me. So definitely why people aren't working with Shang-Chi's as much as we think they should.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I mean, we've seen the video. You guys seen all the video. The video with Mr. Ben Bro put out there about the season, which was an awesome video. You guys should check it out. We'll leave it in the description below with them breaking down how the cards are created. How do you guys feel about that?
So cool.
Yes.
I love seeing Parallax in use and in play being created. Going back to love of retro video games, and the Super FX chip in the Super Nintendo allowed for parallax scrolling to really enter games. And that's when you have two planes, one moving behind the other to create this idea of like 3-dimensional moving. That's what they use when the 3D effect hits the card is a parallax effect. And just seeing the way that they incorporate that into actual art creation, it's just so cool. Absolutely love it.
Totally agree.
Yeah. And it definitely shows how much I didn't know about how they did everything with it. I didn't know there was like 8 steps or 7 steps of how they did it. But it was really cool and really fun. And I really like the idea because every video they've done, I think they've done a fantastic job. Even with last month's detailing the roadmap and stuff, like they always kind of focus on what they're doing, what they're messaging, what they want to get out there. And maybe they didn't have a lot of news to drop this, but I really enjoyed being able to see a behind the scenes of how art that I know all of us here really enjoy to see how it actually comes together in game was a super cool little like show behind the scenes.
Agreed.
I totally agree with that too. And you guys see the variant so far for Black Panther that you get at the level 50 for the season cash, right? Is there any other variants you guys have seen that you guys want more than that one? I think so far I do like that one the most.
Are we talking just Black Panther variants?
Yeah, just Black Panther. Yeah.
That I think it's the Chibi one. Is actually really good. I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know if it's actually the Chibi emote or the Chibi card, but check here.
The Nakia one is pretty good too.
Oh, sorry, the baby. It's the baby one that I really
Baby?
like, which is odd for me. I'm not a big fan of the baby ones, but baby Black Panther, pretty good. It just looks like a cat.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm trying to pull it up now to jog my memory, but I know that the one I was going to definitely bring that up. The one for the season pass is definitely one of my favorite arts in the game. So I'm assuming it's probably my favorite for Black Panther. But I love that art. It's just because it makes me think instantly of the first movie.
Yes.
When he goes into like the spirit world and stuff to talk to his dad. That's immediately what I think about when I look at that card. And I just really like it. And I can't wait to actually like get the effects and frame break and all that stuff on it. I think it's going to be really cool.
Agreed. So I did spend money today, and after watching Val's stream,
I thought you did.
After watching Val's stream, Val was like, "Yeah, it's only $100 to get it." So I was like, "Oh, well."
No, don't put me in for that.
You remember that part on stream? Because I
do.
came in the room right at that moment. Val was like, "Yeah, I play some guy." He's like, "Oh yeah, I got all that stuff." He's like, "Oh, if you spend $100, you can get it. It's only $100." I was like, only $100. All right, let's do this now.
I saw you have that card back, and then that you had the variant. And I was just like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Heck.
I
didn't want to call you out on stream, but I think I did.
You could have 100%. But yeah, I definitely got that variant and the avatar and the card back. I think that card back is sick for a free card back. I mean, well, part of the battle pass card back. Like that could have been easily an infinite card back.
The Okoye card back too. That looks amazing.
Yeah.
I really
they really knocked it out of the park this season with both of them. I was talking to SuperTechGod a little bit earlier, and I really like the one you get in the season pass with the purple glowing eyes and everything, and the Okoye one for hitting 100 sweet too. But yeah, they did a good job this month for sure. They've done a good job pretty much every time since they've done it.
The Okoye one has a real nice 3D effect to it,
yes.
which I think they also kind of. I feel like they nailed on Spider-Man, not as much on Venom, but they nailed the 3D effect on Spider-Man as well. So they are killing it with these card backs.
And I hope they stay that way. I hope we don't get any more avatars for the Infinite. Just give us card backs.
Get those out of there.
Yeah, give us card backs. I'm so happy. I hope they don't give us tags like titles as an Infinite. I don't want that either.
Like titles feel way better being like I love how many there are.
Yes.
And how sporadic they are. Like mixing them in with avatars and all that is like was it 7.5%? That's a good drop rate.
Yeah.
It makes them feel special.
Yes.
There's so many games that play out there like Call of Duty, Splatoon, all these games that have titles in them. They feel meaningless, and they're not the good kind of self-aware that Second Dinner managed to hit here. I survived Nexus events.
That's my favorite.
You're able to laugh at yourself for Nexus events. I'm in. You got me.
That is true. That is a good one. You guys have any cool titles yet?
I've only got 2 so far. I've got
I've only got 2.
Agatha and Bit Smelly, but otherwise fine.
Yes, I saw that one. That was pretty funny with you. Yeah. Yeah, I have two as well, I believe.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Luke.
I have the established in
2022.
2022,
Yeah.
and then the first one I got is actually I know that Valentine will get this. I want to see if SuperTechGod would
Oh,
get it because it's a nickname for a character. I got the Lethal Protector.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
have that too.
Oh, okay. Do you know whose character that is? What nickname it is?
No.
It's Venom.
Venom. Yeah.
See, I would have lost that in Jeopardy. I'd have got negative for that one. I have capable of greatness, perhaps. I have yes. Why do you ask? And I have all rights reserved. So I have 4 of them so far,
Nice.
Okay.
which is pretty cool.
Have you guys seen one in particular that like you just desperately want?
I want the Nexus event one,
Okay.
obviously, but I also like the one that rhymes with orange. It's
That's good. I've seen that.
It's so random, and my favorite color is orange.
Awesome.
So rhymes with orange is just would be hilarious. I'd rock it for sure.
I want the I got them variants.
I
That's
got
what
Fair.
that's what I
Yeah.
want
for
for
sure.
sure.
I'm really looking forward to absolute garbage. Absolute garbage and ego equals snap.
Ego
Probably-
equals snap. That's a
Probably
good
the two
one.
most aside from I Survived Nexus events.
Yeah.
I definitely when I'm at work, I definitely sneak a couple games when I go to restroom breaks.
Of
So
course.
I'm waiting for the I'm on the toilet one for I can just
There you
swap
go.
it.
There you go.
Just
That's a good
change
one,
it when
too.
you're actually on the toilet. That could be a new
Yep,
meta.
yep.
That makes sense. So we also saw the video that they spoke about 4 new stages. Shuri's lab, which I believe is coming up soon, right? That should be the newest one, hopefully. Then we also have the throne room.
Mhm.
We have Vibranium Mines, and we have Warrior Falls. Out of all 4, which one are you guys more excited to try things on?
Well, if you're talking about just like want to see like crazy broken stuff, I think
Yeah.
Sherry's lab is going to be crazy powerful with doubling the power of cards when you play there. I'm very interested. I was talking to Kawa earlier about how exactly Warrior Falls is going to work.
Well, before you continue,
The
hold
way
on.
it's worded.
One
and
second. Wait, before you continue, guys, just in case you don't want to know what these
Oh, yeah.
stages do,
Yeah.
spoiler alert, just
Yes.
fast forward a little bit. All right, continue. Sorry, Luke. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. So Warrior's Fall is after each turn, cards here fight, destroy the weakest one.
What?
So
Yeah.
we were
Amazing.
trying to figure out, like me and Kyle was like, does that mean like your stuff fights their stuff, or is it just the overall weakest thing at the location dies, or is it the weakest thing on both sides die, or that's what we were trying to figure out.
There is a very slight moment where you see the fight,
You don't get to see it resolve.
but you don't see it resolve.
You don't see it resolve. You see
They
all the
do it
cards move
3
around.
times in a row, and they don't show the resolve. And
Yeah,
also,
you see the cards move around.
it says destroy, right?
Yeah.
So
It does.
that's gonna be beautiful for death. Just play
Yes.
garbage into Warrior
Fall
Falls
and then play death.
and just let them die.
That's where Yondu's going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. It's kind of like a delayed Death's Domain or an every turn holla. It's an every turn holla. That's all it is.
That's a good point. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay.
Yeah. Is it just one card? It says weakest ones.
Weakest
I'm assuming for
ones.
ties.
Yeah.
Like if 2 things have 2 power or something.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's going to be real good. I can't wait to see that one. And then we have the throne room, which is say here the cards here with the highest power have their power doubled. We kind of have something like that now where the cards here with the highest power gets +3.
Yeah.
So now this one is all the cards with the highest power are doubled. That's not fair.
Shayner's gonna eat.
Yes. Yes. Shang-Chi's. Oh,
and
boy.
to make sure that I'm reading that right, like that's just like in all locations, right?
All locations.
It says cards. Oh, here. I didn't see
Yeah,
here.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind.
yeah. Don't
I
worry.
missed here. No worries.
I'm about to say all locations. Yeah.
That's got to
Yeah.
be like something like Monster Metropolis, right? Where
Yeah.
as a new card that's a higher power enters the location, that doubling switches to that card, right?
Yeah.
You would
I would
assume?
assume so.
Yeah, I would assume that
I
too.
assume it's kind of like more of an ongoing effect than an on reveal
Yeah,
effect,
essentially an
Right.
ongoing location effect.
because that's what Shuri's Lab is. It doubles
Right.
the power every time you play a card there, so that's like the on reveal version. This is like the ongoing version.
Ongoing. Yeah. So the strongest cards there, or the strongest card at the time, will have
Oh
their
my god,
power
and
double.
Venom?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about too. Venom.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking about Venom so bad right now. Playing
like double eat something but with another Venom in your hand at the same time after Moon Girl and just Taskmaster on the last turn. Oof.
still
And,
even
and yeah, and I'm sure it will probably work the same way it works with what's the location that gives +5 power?
Nidavellir.
yeah.
Because Venom eats that power and keeps that power.
Yep.
So if
Yep.
it eats
That's exactly
something
what I
that's
was
the
thinking
highest
about.
power, so
I
you can
love
eat
this
a
game.
10 and then it would become
this
20.
this season's gonna be bananas. Big dog powers everywhere. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, oh my, I don't want. You know what? Let's. All right. So we got
All right,
Vibranium Minds.
while we're still in spoilers, just a little. I've seen a location for next season. You think this season is crazy?
Really? Should we
You
save it
have
for the next
no
episode? Because
idea.
I'm intrigued to hear what
You
that
have
is.
no idea.
Really?
Anyways,
Well, we leave that for the next episode, guys, because I'm
Yeah.
intrigued. I am very intrigued to hear that. So we have Vibranium Minds. When you play a card here, shuffle 3 Vibraniums into your deck. So Vibranium, what is that? I haven't seen. It's like rocks, I'm assuming, but have you guys seen what
rocks
a
but
Vibranium
good.
is? Really?
Yeah, so it's a 1/4 cost or 1/4 card
Mhm.
with an ongoing ability of cannot be destroyed. So think of it as like a card that is armored, but it's ongoing. So you could technically hit that with an enchantress or something,
Right.
or if it gets played on an Isle of Silence, it can be destroyed.
Wow.
So that's
So
That's
1/4.
interesting.
It's a 1/4 rock that can be destroyed.
Yeah.
I like that.
So then can get hit by Khazar. Doesn't
Yeah.
say anything about not being able to change power or anything like that. So
That's amazing. So that's something that our boy Killmonger can't destroy either.
Yep.
oh,
So that's really good.
It's going to be very interesting because unlike the other location that gives you rocks, like this does the same thing of potentially stifling your draws on what you're going to see in your deck, but they're giving you 1/4s, which you can build around that with your decks. Like it's very hard to make rocks useful. But you can build around. You have some Khazars or stuff like that, or even just like something like Blue Marvel, where you're drawing multiple ones of them. It's easy to play more of them out, and then you don't have to worry about them getting Killmonger destroyed, stuff like that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty interesting. So I can't wait to see these stages come out. I know, from the grapevine that Shuri's Lab is this evening, as it's being
Should be
recorded.
tonight,
Yes. Yep.
Oh my goodness! So that means yes, Luke CubeRush tomorrow is going to be bananas.
Yes.
get that Black Panther ready. I guess that's gonna. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is going.
I need to finish Climb real fast.
I'm about to say all the contenders in there. You got to be worried. You got to get there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's easy to climb this. Well, I say easy to climb the season, but with the Black Panther / Armanzola combo, it's been doing great. I know Val been playing the Death Wave a lot. That's been working out for you. What do you rank now?
87, even
Yeah.
87 right now.
See, yeah, so that makes sense. And Lou, you've been climbing, playing Death as well. Death Wave,
Yeah,
and you're
I've had very few games. I'm 71, started at 70.
Yeah.
So, but
So there it goes. So I mean, this season should be good. Nothing. Black Panther didn't really change too much of the meta. I mean, Death Wave, Destroyer, those decks are still doing their thing. What do you guys want to see next as far as Black Panther support cards, besides the ones we have now, like Okoye and the Kia?
Well, I mean, if we're talking leaked cards still,
Yeah, 100%.
okay. Shuri's going to be amazing.
Yes.
So Shuri is Shuri's Lab, but in card forms, and it's the next card you play is double power. So I've seen plenty of theory craft decks on how we're just going to have not just Black Panther either. Being able to use Shuri on things like Wasp and get 100 power Wasp on the board is going to be very interesting. The way that you can essentially use Shuri, use it on Black Panther, have it drop on a Wong, drop an Odin at the end, and also drop a Wasp. So you're going to be using Shuri 4 times But more than that, I'm not even going to try and do the math,
Yes.
but just
Right.
get a gigantic wasp at the end of the game on the board is just nasty. I can't wait.
Wow. Imagine having a Patriot on the floor, on the deck somewhere,
Oh, jeez.
on the stage while that's happening.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's definitely going to be a lot of combos and more, like the deck's already kind of combo-y when you're doing it, but then when you add Shuri in there, it's definitely going to be, there's Black Panther combo decks.
Yeah.
Going to be a real threat out there.
Now we've seen M'Baku. He leaked as well. We see his silhouette in the collection, the collection.
Been a day one avatar. We always knew he was coming in some form, right?
Right. So his ability is while he's in your deck, he comes to a random location on the last turn. I don't know how. I mean, well, I can't say that now.
Count
See,
as a played card.
I don't know. And then seeing all these wonderful stages we're having, by all means, at this point, right? You go to Sherry, you fall on Sherry's labs. I mean, you double up. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
But
getting hit by a Koye and stuff ahead of time too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very interesting to see how that plays out if people will start running M'Baku. But yes, Val, Okoye's back. You did say that last week, and she is back. She's in every deck.
It's too bad Nakia is still garbage.
I tried to play with her last night, and I didn't realize it was the left two cards.
Yeah, if it was even just random.
Come on, exactly. That's so difficult. They need to do something with her. We need to
for sure.
Her. We gotta do something.
Like I think they have cards planned out and stuff like that. I think she's been changed 2 times, 3 times.
I think 3 times at
least. So they have not changed it from +2. They're gonna die on that hill with that card, and I'm sure it's because of Black Panther and stuff. You want those cards to work together. So making it that, but I think logically, like at this point, to make the card actually good in C play, probably +1 to everything. Like make it like a 3/2 and gives +1 to everything. Like I know that's more of like a generic thing, but like it's just the +2 or come up with I'm not a dev. Come up with a better way to do that +2. But yeah, the random didn't really work out. The left's not working out. Like
she was random at one point, right? That's what I thought.
Yeah, she was random. She was every card at one
that
point.
Was fun. That was the Swarm days.
Yeah.
Playing her with Swarm was phenomenal.
Yes.
But yeah, geez. Okay, so the last 2 cards, I don't know. I mean, maybe Crystal will come in handy at that point.
Who?
Crystal, the best card in the game. And shuffle the cards around. I don't know. It's just tough.
Yeah.
It is so tough to do that. But I can't wait to see what Shuri, a lot of decks people use with Shuri, not even with just Black Panther, but with any other card that we can see, like you said, like Wasp or something else. I can't wait to see I think she will probably change the meta at that point. We'll see what happens then. That should be intriguing. Is there anything else from this season, or even the patch that we got, or the minor patch that we got?
There was an undocumented change this season.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys saw this.
Oh, the missions.
Yeah, so missions now, you still get 2 mission rerolls a day, but if you don't use your mission reroll, it gets banked, presumably not visibly, up to 10 a week, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they've said. They've clarified.
So like you could essentially not reroll your missions for 5 days.
Right.
And then on Saturday, this is a great change for this exact reason. On Saturday, you go, oh crap, I haven't played all week. I've been away. I've been working. But I have like $10 that I can throw down, get a bunch of gold, re-roll all my missions now, get that $10 back almost in gold and credits and everything. And hey, you can still get all those credits that you missed throughout the week. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a very new player friendly thing, or casual. Both of those it hits both of those. Of that, it's anything I think when you games and stuff like this that you take away the don't use it, you lose it kind of thing, because you get the 3 rerolls a day. But before, if you didn't use them, you don't get more rerolls later. This way, you have that set number. There's 10 rerolls a week. So,
I would like a count. I think that would be helpful for people.
Yeah.
I get why it's not something you just slot in on a new season patch. It's probably easier to change on the back end than anything else. But like, I think eventually we'll get there. Probably.
Yeah. Enough people ask for it,
You'll
Yeah.
probably get it.
So everyone watching this, go tweet at them. Val told them to do it.
Yes, Val, 100%.
Yeah, you can blame me. That's fine.
Should we be expecting any new patch now since the new season started?
I mean, I think you're a couple weeks away, and I think it's possibly going to be the big one.
I think it's the big one.
The big
I think
one.
it's the big one too.
What does the big one mean, guys? You guys are talking in code.
Collector
Oh,
tokens, and at
yeah.
the
New
very
cards.
least, pool 4.
Yes, yes.
And
That'd be
here's
fantastic.
It's going to be
want
new
to throw
cards.
some
They've already
predictions out.
said tokens. New cards are coming.
Yeah. So do we want to throw some predictions out? Do we think?
Yeah, please.
Do we think entire pool drops at once, or do you think we start seeing the weekly rollout? Maybe like a couple cards on the new drop, and then do we see a weekly rollout of new cards?
I think the pull, like I've said this theory so many different places, I think, but I think pull 4 is going to be your Nexus event cards that we missed.
Okay.
So every Nexus,
That makes sense.
there was like 3 of them, right, for each
Yeah, yeah.
season.
Yep.
So every season that there's been, for 3 of the cards to go into that pool. So you'll start with what, like 15, 18?
15 cards, I think. 18 if you include this month too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then maybe next season too. Maybe it's closer to the next season dropping. But yeah, so I think you see those cards for sure in pool 4. And then if they do introduce pool 5, which I don't know if they will at this point, but I think that's going to be your Thanos and Galactus and Living Tribunal, like bigger cards that are going to do, because they talk about in that one video when we got the information that the pool 4 and pool 5 that Ben was talking about, he says in that part that he wants cards to feel really super special. And I think that's why there's a pool 4 and 5. Because other than that, why is there 2 pools? It doesn't really make sense. But if you put those like cards that are going to be coming out every week into pool 4, starting with the base of the Nexus events, to go ahead and put 18 new cards in the game. And I think that'd be really great. And then even if you just started with 2 in the pool 5, of it being like a super rare thing. Because
Okay.
like they drop this and there's pool 5 and you have to get collector tokens and stuff like that. Go to the Twitch directory for Snap, because it's going to be fun. Everyone just panicking, trying to be the first one to pull Thanos or Galactus.
Oh
like,
my God.
It's going to be a madhouse. It's going to be a race. Check Twitter. There's going to be pictures everywhere. Like it would really drum up huge excitement. I think there will be some backlash if they do like that, depending on how rare they are and stuff, because if anything's hard to get, some people are going to complain.
Right.
But I I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks now, and so I really think that would just be a super cool thing for in the game, of something big to work towards. That you're not getting a card like that, because we remember back when we were climbing up getting new cards. It becomes a certain point where you're only getting like 1 or 2 new cards a week, and so having something that's just like, man, I haven't had anything for pull 5 for a month, and then you pull one, like that makes your day.
True.
Yeah, 100% accurate. Seeing the new people do the same thing now, like pulling Armin Zola right now. They're like so happy because they're like, oh, I got Black Panther and I got Armin Zola.
Yeah.
I mean, that feeling of pulling new cards is so great to us.
You guys starting to see the discourse from new players entering pool 3 change a little bit? Because I feel like I'm starting to see, like, at first it's that, cards take so long to unlock in pool 3, and then like everybody's like, wait, I think I get it now.
Yes.
I think I get that, like, I'm supposed to play with these and learn and develop the passion for combining these cards. Like, I think it's finally starting to click as more people enter pool 3.
Yeah, because I think at this point too, they want those cards now.
Yeah.
And the only way they can get those cards is to try to enter pool 3 and try to get them hopefully early compared to other people. So yeah, people are definitely, newcomers are definitely now like, I don't care. I'm going straight to pool 3. I want to get my cards, which is awesome, because exactly what we spoke about in the last show.
Yeah, and I think it's something that we talked about on the new player episode when we were talking about the cards. But like, part of this game, part of the fun is the journey to unlocking new cards and trying them out and figuring out how they work and stuff. So I think people might be a little bummed out they're not getting them as fast as they want. But then once they kind of realize this is the whole point. You're walking me through to loving this game by each new card and each new combo I can do and try out. Yep. It's really a great way to keep players playing.
Agreed. I mean, a lot of people I've seen them or heard them, well, seen them talk about it was going to take 3 months for them to finish pool 3. And I'm like, no, of course not. You just, if you play a lot, you'll get it sooner than later. But I mean, even if it takes you a month or even more, have fun doing it. I mean, that's the way to go through this game. Have fun doing it. So a lot of people who made it to 70s and didn't get to infinite this season. Now I said, now's your time. Now you get focused and
now you get a full season,
right?
Yep.
You know
Not
how it
missing
goes.
any weeks.
That's right. You know how it plays.
Head down. Let's go.
And then if you want one of the best, great OP cards in the game, spend that $10.
Yep.
Exactly. Yes.
Get to that Black Panther. Stop playing.
You were talking about it earlier about like pulling Armazola now with the Black Panther.
Yes.
Second dinner, can you show me stats of someone pulling Armazola and then immediately buying the season pass? What's the correlation? Like, what's the percentage of players doing that?
Because that seems very suspect. Somebody said they got Wong and Armazola one shot. I'm like, what? In the collection level, yes. I was like, stop it.
Well, that's an instant buy on the season pass.
That's real suspect,
I saw somebody else saying that, like, granted, he's brand new, but like Black Panther already has the highest win rate of any card in Marvel Snap. But like, it's first day. Like, give it a couple weeks. I'm sure that changes, but
yeah, I mean, I think people will start to get the hang of it and understand how to beat it. I mean, I think based on just thinking about it, we have many ways to beat it. We got Cosmo, right? We have armor, if we want to stop the Zola stuff. And we also have Professor Xavier with Daredevil, right? Because there's a turn 5 card. Play Daredevil, see where it plays, and maybe you can Shang-Chi at that point. You never know. You understand? So I think it could be it's beatable, right? But for now, I think everybody should just enjoy it. Climb to infinite by tomorrow, because if you don't, people will figure it out and they will stop the Black Panthers. So
I was talking to Kawatek earlier, and we were actually started fizzing a deck very much like what you're saying, just shutting down Black Panther. Yeah. And you named the cards that we named. So there's one more that we came up with that can be a very good counter. You want to play it later when you know what lane they're kind of committing to. But Goose shuts them down also.
Oh,
that's right.
So
that's very true.
Goose is another good counter out there.
I agree. Totally agree with that. I mean, there's other ways to do certain things too. So I totally agree. Goose is nice. I like that idea. Because the turn 5 is over. I mean, I'm running Electro in my deck with Black Panther to try to get him out super early, and it's been working perfectly fine. It's been great. So, I mean, with Goose, that'd have been a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's good. Unless somebody's running Sarah. Yeah, Sarah's on reveal, right?
Ongoing.
Oh, she is ongoing.
Yes.
So you got to hope for a stage that runs Sarah twice to bring him down past that to go up against Goose.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. But yeah, no, listen, there are ways to beat every card in this game. I don't think any one card is the best card, except I did have this conversation on stream with Odin's son 2 nights ago. He got real focused on this, and he says Angela is the best card. I said Sarah is the best card. So you guys tell me what you think about that. He says Angela's in every deck, which he's right, because even the deck I was playing, Angela was in it. And I said, you know what? I give you that. But I'm not going to sit here and say that Okoye is the best card, and Okoye right now is in every deck. So what did you guys take? Angela versus Sarah.
Angela is one of the most versatile cards throughout all 3 pools.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She is a pool 1, I think.
I do believe so.
Yeah, she is. Yep.
There's so much versatility there. She works in almost every archetype.
Yep.
I just learned that she works. If you use Angela in move, you grab her with Doctor Strange. You proc Angela with your Doctor Strange if you pull her.
Okay.
There's so much you can do with her. Hit her with Mysterio in Deathwave. Hit her with.
That's true.
One drops if you got a destruction deck. Hit her with a goblin. There's so many ways to Nightcrawler. Yeah, you hit her and you move something out of the way. You destroy something. There's a lot of versatility there.
Yeah, I wouldn't rank her that high, but she is such a powerful card that you get so early on.
We know your number 1 rank. It's okay. It doesn't have
to. Sure.
We definitely know that.
Well, see, that's not my number 1. Sarah's my number 1 card. She is the most powerful. Arrow's 2. But Sarah's 1. I can't deny that power. But Angela, to me, is like Odin. It's such a powerful card that you get early on that it's so easy to build, and you can build around so many decks. 3-4 seasons ago, I put out on Twitter a Destroyer list that I played, and I made the weird call of not playing Colossus, and I played Angela because I was new to the deck type, so I was like, I want to get as much power as possible. I'm going to be playing into like one lane with that I'm putting the Warpath and the armor and stuff in, so why not Angela? And then I also tweeted out a deck list Saturday or Saturday night, Sunday. Cloning Vats was the feature location. I've been trying to make Dagger work because if you think like stat wise, she's a 2/9 with her new change, and it doesn't matter who has priority if you move her into a full lane.
Yeah,
she's a 2/9. So I was having fun with Iron Fist with the Cloning Vat, so I could do multiple things, and I was playing like a bounce bro list to bounce them back and stuff like that. But I had an Angela just off of buffs of things being played into it. One game I had I think it was 21 power, 20 power, something like that. Yeah, wow. It was just over like 19. I remember the trigger, but yeah, it's just because I played so many cards into it and was bouncing it and all kind of things. So, she's just such a good strong card. Not what I would say the best, but I definitely see like if you were actually making a power listing, would be in my top 10. I think she's up there, but not the top card.
I agree. I totally agree. Like I told us, and I agree with him. Yes, Angela's awesome. You're right. Mostly every deck I have her in, you're absolutely right. But I think Sarah is the strongest. So it's very, very tough to say. But we should do an episode about our top 10 cards and why we think it is. That should be fun. We know we already got your 2. So 1 and 2.
Yep, you got my number 1, number 2.
Yeah, for sure. I think I know Val's number 1, number 2 as well.
You might be surprised.
Oh, okay. Listen,
my number 1 would actually probably be Wave.
I am surprised.
Wave just completely shuts down Sarah.
Yep. That's one of the reasons I love Death Wave.
I pretty much only play Wave on turn 5.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the same way with me.
Yeah. Wave is just a shutdown card. Wave's not a get it out early card.
Yeah, but it's just like I'm sure if you see the numbers, and I would love to see the numbers. Second dinner, tweet them out. I definitely think Sarah probably sees more play. Has a higher win rate or whatever.
Absolutely.
But Wave is phenomenal for for shutting it down, and Wave would be would probably be third behind Sarah and Era because she's. That is one of my favorite cards. It's my favorite season pass card. I think it's the strongest season pass card. Black Panther may challenge it. We've only had it for a few hours.
Right.
But yeah. Definitely Wave is a phenomenal card. So I think probably realistically, depending on certain people's taste, the top 5 would probably be interchangeable. Like you had Wave 1 and I had it 3 and something. You have Sarah 2 and Arrow. Yeah,
and Arrow's way up there too. Like I agree.
Very underrated.
She's doing work for me this season.
Oh well, it's not underrated anymore. Everyone has followed.
Everyone figured it out,
and so I'm so happy.
That's true.
Y'all guys were only 4 months behind me.
Yes,
I'm
she was very underrated at some point. So you're right. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think. Because I definitely still would put Infinite up there in my top 5 because Infinite got me through so much in the beginning.
Are we ranking favorites or best?
To me, I would say best. Right? We're gonna rank best.
Okay.
What helps you get to where you need to be? Right? And I agree. I mean, listen, Death Wave alone. A lot of us should say Death, right? Death and Wave, because for sure, right? Deadpool in that deck too. Deadpool been doing some awesome things. Taskmaster.
I've never gotten Deadpool to work in a Death deck.
Really?
I can't do it. It is my Achilles heel. I freaking love Deadpool, and I just can't get that thing to work.
Wait, didn't you climb with that one season?
No, it was just
metal.
straight Death. Yeah,
that was metal.
It was probably metal. There you go.
Yeah, it was metal. It was his subathon one.
Oh,
when he got it in a day, he played Deadpool, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, Death Wave right now is taking over. I mean, if you want to get to Infinite, that's the deck you use. But definitely trying out different things until we get there. But Miles was good though. I mean, listen, a lot of people again didn't like Miles that much, but I definitely enjoyed
Miles.
Good
card.
Yes, I totally agree.
Which just makes Polaris that much better a card too. I think.
Yes, because now we saw a lot of Polaris play.
See all that Invisible Woman?
Oh yeah,
Polaris
of course. I mean,
why don't you guys keep pushing Invisible Woman with Black Panther? I need another reason to play Polaris.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So listen, she'll be there. On my stream, we call her Thick Invisible Woman because there's a variant with her hips. So in my stream, we call her Thick Invisible Woman. So we're definitely going to play her with Black Panther. So that's going to be interesting. But yes, yeah, these are cards that a lot of people don't play. Like Polaris. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I didn't use Polaris until Mouse season. So it is what it is. I mean,
That's the best part of these new cards. Just the synergy that you never thought you were going to be using. Correct. Suddenly, like Lude said, he's been preaching about Arrow for
5
months. And oh, okay. Suddenly Miles comes out and everybody's going, oh, Arrow and Polaris. Those actually work pretty well, don't they? And it's
but it's so weird because when you talk about Arrow,
Cerebro's about to have his day.
Oh yeah, about to say let's see, because I don't play with Cerebro at all. I see you guys go crazy with it, but I mean, back in the day when Fist Tower was the hot location, I used to use Arrow a lot then too, because I was like, why not? But yeah, Cerebro, I don't know. That's big brain.
There's a lot of cards that coming down the pipeline that are like all the cards with this amount of power going to this amount of power. All the cards in this lane get this. Like there are things coming that are going to make Cerebro very viable. I think Vibranium alone. I bet you the week that Vibranium mines are out, we see Cerebro 4 everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
Yeah, and I think it's something very unique that I haven't heard too many people talk about. But I had a thought you were talking about it with Fist Tower coming out. I think something very unique with this game is cards get buffs. Air quotes for the podcast. When a new location comes into the thing, like Arrow is better in the game now that Fist Tower is a location that can be drawn.
Correct.
Like now that card is a little bit better than it was before that location come. So that's another thing that we're all right on saying, hey, maybe Black Panther could get there, because wait until these locations that work with him are in the game. If he's strong now, how much stronger is he going to be when you can see all these locations going on? So I think that's a very cool, unique system with the locations that they come out and they can buff cards. They can make cards better.
I agree.
So I think that's really cool too.
Tomorrow, guys, CubeRush. Make sure you guys watch it. If you were listening to this early in the morning, CubeRush is happening at 6:30 p.m. this evening.
Eastern time.
That's right. Thank you. Make sure you guys tune in. CubeRush Events is the Twitch channel. Check it out. It's going to be bananas. It's going to be I cannot wait.
I can feel it. This is the one.
We're going to see big numbers on the boards. Big numbers. It's going to be fun. I'm so excited. It's going to be fun. So, guys, anything else you guys want to discuss? You want to let the people know that's been listening week after week. You guys are great, by the way. Thank you for that, guys. You guys have been phenomenal. It's awesome. Yeah. Anything you guys want to say to the listeners out there?
All good.
All right.
I just want to say to thank both y'all for doing this for sure, and definitely just one more time for him. He was the at CubeRush Events on Twitch and Twitter. Make sure you follow those, so whenever we go live or I announce the stuff, we usually get the stuff out on Mondays or Tuesdays of what the event is going to be. It's going to be every week, but we like to switch up formats, and I'll announce who the players are and co-host.
And so, if people miss it, where can they find those videos?
So the last one hasn't been uploaded yet. I know that there's been some troubles going on over there. I think one of the guys was on vacation or something. And so the last CubeRush hasn't quite gone up yet. But before that, we were on a schedule where we'd have CubeRush on Wednesday, and sometime probably early in the morning on Thursday, they were uploading it to Marvel Snap Zone YouTube page. And you can find them there, like I said, usually like a day after.
All right, perfect. We'll leave the links of all of that down below, so you guys can just click on it if you're on YouTube. Of course, if you're listening to it on the podcast, check out our YouTube channel, Marvel Snapcast, and the links will be in the description.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thanks again for coming out, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
We're Wakanda forever.
Yes,
or at least a month. At least a month.
That's true. That is true. Oh, you guys got to see the movie before we go. You guys got to see the movie. I'm going to see it Saturday. Loot, you won tickets on my stream.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I have to send you your tickets so you can purchase your tickets. Yes, 3 lucky subscribers. I want to give back. I do it every month. You guys, you won and 2 other ones won. And then my followers, I gave them $10 gift card to whatever phone they use so they can purchase the battle pass last night. So that's pretty fun. So we use the Wheel of Awesomeness. So yes, guys, definitely check it out. Check out our streams. All our links are down below. Come in, have a good time, chat with us. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Peace.